How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Toad and Mike Wisdala along with you. Tonight it's the All Saints Cougars in Carsonville-Port, Sanliac and the boys.
Well, Jeff, get our first look at the base of the All Saints Cougars tonight. You know, we talked to the coach in the show, pregame show, and you know he lost a lot last year. A lot of kids are gone from that, but he feels very good about what he's got coming back. The football team had great success carrying over. You know, it's going to be interesting to watch the Cougars this year.
It's always something when you walk in the gym, you see the support from the administration, from the booster club, from the fans. That's just part of the Cougar tradition.
Well, it is. They got great tradition here, Jeff. You know, it's kind of tugs at my heartstrings coming back here. Actually, I was the first coach to coach in this gym many, many years ago. Good to see a lot of faces. I'm hoping Jason and the Cougars have a good year this year and get their big win here against Carsonville-Port Sanliac. Carsonville-Port Sanliac's got some size, so they're going to have a little bit of a challenge tonight out of the Cougars.
Well, and we're going to look forward to talking to Jason in just a minute and find out a little about his club, but we know an 0-5 start, what we call the non-conference. He played some really tough teams.
Well, and he traveled. You know, he went up to Northport. He played Dryden. He had Kingston, which is always a good team, Jeff, out there in the Thumb. So in Cass City, which is always really good. The Redhawks always are tough in the Thumb League. So, you know, but, you know, when you play that type of schedule, you got one thing on your mind. You want to get better, and you're prepping yourself for that March run in the state tournament.
Probably the toughest job of coaching when you know you're going against 5 quality opponents, you're probably going to lose those 5 games, is keeping those kids positive.
Well, you got to have a little bit of fun in practice and do some things a little different, but you still have to practice with the mentality that you're going out to win the game. You're going to practice hard. You're going to do what you do best, and win, lose, or draw, you give it your best effort, and I think that's what happened with the Cougars. Even though they didn't win those games, when you feel comfortable about the way you played and how some of it came about and how you executed some of your things, you feel good about stuff.
Well, I am excited to see the Cougars play tonight. This is our first of 4 Cougar matchups this year. Another week or so, we've got the boys again, then a couple of girls games later, and Coach Debo and that group. So we're going to have some fun here at All Saints this winter.
It's always good to come back here. We had a nice chat with Coach Jeff Beisel, the old football coach here, and he's always got a lot of words of wisdom for us, Jeff. So it's going to be a fun game, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Cougars for the first time this year.
We'll be back in just a minute as our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show and interview with Coach Brzezinski happens right after this on Bay County TV.
Ow, ow, ouch! My hip, my knee, my joints feel out of whack. Ow, ow, oh my! The pain, I can't take it anymore.
Welcome back to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you, and Jason Brzezinski, head coach of the All Saints Cougars. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for coming back this year. I thought last year you guys did an awesome job, you know, with having us on and all the other Bay County teams on. This is great.
That was unsolicited, by the way, as well. But we're going to start by talking about what we will consider your preseason. You started 0-5 on the season, but you played 5 very good basketball teams. Now you get into the conference portion of your schedule, and you're going to find out how well that non-conference season, even winless, prepared your club.
Definitely. We knew coming in this year that, you know, when we got the schedule, we saw those first 5 games, and we knew those were going to be tough. Cass City's always a tough squad. We traveled to Dryden. Then we went up to Northport, took a 3.5-hour trip. They returned all 5 starters. Then we played Flint, and they returned all 5 starters as well. And then Kingston's a very solid ball club right now. They're 6-0. So we knew coming in it was going to be a tough stretch. We've struggled, but I think we made some progress from game 1 to game 5. I'm hoping with that break we've had, hopefully we can carry something over and start something going here.
Well, you know, Jason, last year you had, 5 starters. They're all gone. They graduated. This year you're getting some good quality kids, some good quality minutes, but they're younger kids. You're going to have to live through those mistakes, but they're going to get better as the weeks go on, and you're going to get ready for March.
Definitely. We've already seen progress. First couple of games we were turning the ball over, giving up easy buckets, transition, offensive rebounds, and we kind of corrected those things, and we saw against Kingston, we could compete with a quality ball club if we correct those things. And you're right, we are young. We only have 4 seniors, 3 of them played last year, and they didn't get a lot of playing time. And those guys are learning as well as our sophomores and our freshmen. So it's a little bit tough, but we're going to turn things around, I think.
Now, kids coming off of the football season, obviously the success that they had, once these kids start learning how to win, I think that you're going to be all set. And we all know that what happens is you just want to get better and better until we get to March.
Definitely. I mean, we talk every day about getting better. And, I think during football, I think they got better as the season went on. They struggled, that first game against Deckerville, but, once they found that success, I think it was against CPS in game number 2, they just took off from there and had an outstanding year. And hopefully, we can start doing that here tonight too.
Well, and you got good support, Coach, from the football season. Everybody jumped on the Cougar bandwagon, and that really does carry over into the basketball season when you have great success on the football team. And you got some football players playing basketball, so they're used to that winning, and they've got that mentality that you love to see with basketball players.
Yeah, I mean, here at All Saints, we've had a lot of success. Not just basketball, but football this past season. They had success in baseball as well. And when they know how to win, it helps out. And hopefully, we can start doing that, in basketball, with this young group that we have.
Basketball is a lot about effort, and that's one thing that this kids that you've got don't lack for is effort.
Right. I mean, they like to go after it, and if we can, continue to work hard, good things will happen. And I think, in our last game, we saw that against Kingston, and our guys are confident going into this game.
Well, Coach, tonight's another league game tonight. Carsonville came a long ways. What's the skinny on Carsonville-Port Sanliac? What do you have to do tonight to beat a team that we looked like when they were warming up, got some pretty good size?
Yes, they do have size. So we have to get 5 guys inside the paint, block out. We got to take care of the basketball, get back. We're going to put a little pressure on them, see if we can create some offense for us tonight.
And one last thing, you've got a nice assistant coach in Scott Trepkowski, somebody that us in the Bay Metro Officials Association are very, very familiar with, but he's a great kid, and I'm sure a nice assistant to have on your side.
Definitely. I think last year we talked, he's great help. I played with him 3 years here, played football, basketball, baseball with them, so we're real close, and we connect real well coaching wise.
Well, we wish you nothing but continued success. Always a pleasure to come to Cougarland. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Jeff.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll be back with all the game activities right after this on our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
First for the Tigers, number 3, Michael Coney. Number 13, Bradley Nugent. Number 25, Quentin Hooper. Number 31, Landon Emerson. And number 33, Devin Taylor. 14, Nick Contes. And number 22, Cameron Adcock. Cougars are coached by Jason Brzezinski, assisted by Scott Turkowski.
Good evening and welcome back to our main event here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doad and Mike Guazdala along with you, and it's going to be interesting to see how the 2 weeks at Christmas and now the start of the new year have really matured these All Saints Cougars.
I think you're going to see a team tonight, Jeff. They're going to have to get up and down the floor. I suspect Carsonville-Port Sanliac is going to do a lot of half court with their size.
I think they have got 3 or 4 big uns that will be in the post tonight and will be a handful. Cougars got to get bodies on those people.
Well, we remember them from the football season, Jeff. That was our second game of the season. They had some big fellas there, too.
Prettiest helmets in the thumb.
Oh, absolutely.
The nice big block M, the winged helmets.
Yep.
And we're going to have a first foul of the ball game. Looks like that's going to go against the Cougars' number 22, Cameron Adcock.
Fouls on number 22.
Just underway, Jeff. 14 seconds into it. Team foul number 1. Foul number 1 for Cameron Adcock.
As the ball inbounded, All Saints with some full court pressure right now. CPS into the front court. They're going to set up the offense right now. Back into the hands now of number 13, their floor general. It's Nugent. And All Saints looks like they're going to go with a little bit of a zone pressure. Long shot. Look at the backside rebound. Great job by Nick Contes. As he might not be tall in stature, but had tremendous box out on the backside.
Well, he had great position, Jeff, and he got a body on there. And sometimes when you feel that body on you, you kind of give a little scream once in a while, but Contes with a nice box out.
Boy, and look at, he's got that thing on a string on the Duncan yo-yo as he pump fakes, and now the Cougars now get back into the offensive zone.
That foul is on number 25, Quentin Hooper, his first team foul number 1 for the Tigers.
Ben Short with the miss for the All Saints Cougars from three-point land. Into the front court, Nugent looks at a 22-footer, lets it fly. It's a little bit short. That backside rebound. Fight for the loose change underneath, and the All Saints Cougars, Short gets that ball.
Good block.
And that ball is tipped away, and then we're going to have after the rebound, stepping on the out-of-bounds line on the end line. That ball will go back over to the All Saints Cougars. 6:42 left in the first.
Yeah, nice block there, Jeff, but unfortunately the player went out of bounds for the Tigers. Back over to the Cougars, the base of the All Saints.
Short gets that ball back up top. As Contes says, let's reset the show.
Carsonville-Port Sanliac, a little bit of 2-3 matchup. Both teams starting out in the zone tonight, Jeff. 2-3 matchup, so you got to move the ball around to beat the zone.
As the Contes had that shot go up. And I'll tell you what, as an official, it makes you smile when you see teams coming out in a 2-3 zone.
Well, you know, it's sometimes you just have to figure out what you're going to play against the big kids in Carsonville-Port Sanliac. That's foul number 2 on number 22, Cameron Adcock, Jeff. Team foul number 2 also.
Boy, a great backdoor cut in the basket by number 33 as Devin Taylor tiptoed down that baseline, got a nice pass, and knew exactly how to finish.
Great high-low game right there by the Tigers, Jeff. And every time you look at it, get the ball at the high post, you always turn and look low. Nothing there, then kick it out to your wings. But you got to face the basket. That's vitally important.
CPS with the only bucket on the board here in the first 2 minutes of our first quarter. Nice job going strong to the hole. The shot, though, is missed by Nugent. And the long rebound and the loose change finally comes out to the All Saints Cougars. Short in the corner, gets that ball off to number 14, Contes. He can't get the shot to drop. One and done as CPS has got their Windex out early on the glass.
That good call. Got to put the rock on the deck, Jeff. Number 13 for the Tigers, Bradley Nugent, shuffled off to Buffalo, so it'll be turnover. 5:32 to go. 2-0, Carsonville-Port Sanliac, the Tigers on top.
Nick Contis, a sophomore, gets his hands back on the ball. He and Short are the two in the backcourt. Very nice move to the hole and a basket by J.P. Zipka. I'll tell you what, that was a man-sized move to the hole and with determination and able to finish.
That fouls on number 33 for the Tigers. That's Devin Taylor, his first, team second. But we truly enjoyed watching J.P. Zipka play on the football field, Jeff, and he did a nice job coming off the bench right away, giving the Cougars a little bit of energy.
Well, in football, he was the human highlight reel.
He was tough.
He had a phenomenal football season. It was a pleasure to watch that team play as they try, and CPS tries to beat that zone. Nugent in the corner with a 3-ball. Can't get it to drop. Fight for the loose ball. Two Cougars.
Okay.
Not communicating, though. You'd rather see two going after the ball than none.
Yep. And number 33, Devin Taylor, he goes about 6'3", Jeff, but he's up in the 230, maybe 235 area. He's a big drink of water.
Yeah, he definitely carves out a little bit of space. Nice verticality there
absolutely.
defensively. The officials letting him play. Controlled break, nothing there. Short for a 3-ball. Just a little bit off the front iron, and it's one and done as the rebound comes down to CPS. 4:44 left in our first quarter of play. We're still knotted up at 2. Nice job underneath knocking that ball away is Grakovic, as he did a nice job anticipating that passing lane, looked at the eyes of the passer and jumped right down, knocked that ball away.
Yeah, good hands by the All Saints Cougars 2-3 zone matchup. Hands high, Jeff. You can hear the shoes squeaking. That means they're playing good, solid defense. Good feet.
Trying to move that ball around. Nugent sends that ball back up top, gets it deep on the wing. Nearly shuffled the Tootsies. Short with the rebound. Quickly they get that ball down into the hands of Contes. Moving it around. Short back up top. He's going to reset the offense. Great veteran Bay Metro crew on hand again tonight. Always know what you're going to get when you see 3 fellas from Bay Metro on hand. Short with a miss. CU is going to get another opportunity. And he tries to send that to Contes, moving that ball around. Boy, taking all day. Contes up at the top, has a nice look, and he can't get it to drop. Cougars are getting good looks, Mike. They're just not dropping.
Yeah, they have some good looks and didn't burp it up at all, Jeff. But a nice high hands right there. Good defense by the Cougars.
Contes going strong to the hole. Knew that he was going to draw the contact. Protected that ball well. Got it up off the glass. Couldn't get it to drop, but he'll earn 2 at the stripe.
You know, at that point, Contes saw that the defensive player was going backwards, Jeff, and he had to take it to the rack, and he's going to be rewarded to shoot 2 free throws. Team foul number 3 on the Tigers. First on number 13, Bradley Nugent.
3 team fouls for both teams here in the first quarter. Contes all cotton on the first. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. Couple of dribbles, bend of the knees, flick of the wrist, comes up just a little short on that presentation. So a split of the 2 at the line, and it's 3-2, All Saints over CPS. Again, the Cougars do a very nice job of cutting back to the baseline to cut it off. And Contes, the recipient of a ball that was tipped. Nice bounce pass. There's a 3-ball going up, just a little bit strong. And boy, the big space eater, Devin Taylor, with a man-sized backside rebound.
I tell you what, he gets his hands on that rock. You aren't going to get rid of it from him. He's tough.
Cougars just a little bit too much on the defensive end. And I believe they're going to get number 4.
Alex Krzyzewski. His first, team foul number 4 for the Cougars, Jeff. 3:03 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars up 3-2.
But defensively, Krzyzewski's got quick hands, but just bodied up a little bit. Big Devin Taylor trying to burp one up from downtown, and look at the fight for the rebound, as there were about 4 pair of hands on that ball. But they're trying to go underneath, and when you're a big fella and you bring it down to the floor, you know what's going to happen.
Well, that's good scouting.
As could not finish that time was J.P. Zipka, as he's not afraid to take it strong to the hole.
He's not afraid to get physical, Jeff. We saw that in his prowess on the football field. He'll mix it up with you.
Boy, he recovers so well, too. He is very quick, and he
Yeah.
has just got a feel for the game. Evan Taylor gets that ball back with number 25 with a long 3 ball, and that is long, and that's Hooper, Quentin Hooper. So the All Saints Cougars back. Nice little hop stop, and not much there. And then we have got Krzyzewski. He's going to get fouled.
Fouls on number 25, Jeff Quentin Hooper, his second. Team foul number first into the game for the Tigers, number 43. That's Leland Rates replacing number 25, Quentin Hooper, who just picked up that second foul. Well, you're exactly right. The Cougars getting great shots. They just can't drop.
You know, and you can't fault the offense when you're getting good looks. The coach can't go out there and make that shot go in. As Zipka, he's going to finish. He's going strong to the hole. He puts it up a little bit too strong, fight for the loose ball, and we're going to have stepped out of bounds on the rebound by Carsonville-Port Sanliac. I think that was Michael Cooney. $1:42 left in the first. 3-2 our score. This first quarter has flown right along. Tip-in pass is knocked away. Going down coast to coast was Michael Cooney for the deuce. CPS back on top 4-3. As Contes going to take his time right now. $1:20 and counting left in the first.
Carsonville-Port Sanliac, Jeff, switch to that man-to-man. Nice job by J.P. Zipka, cutting the baseline, getting to that short corner, getting an open shot on the floor. Nice job.
Yep, and he knew enough just to have a slight fade in his shot to make sure it didn't get blocked, and then quickly at the other end, it looks like Cooney with the deuce.
Cooney's a good-looking player for the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers. I like the way he plays.
Contes gets it to Short. Short's now going to look to dribble penetrate. As he kisses it off the glass, not much there. Fight for the backside rebound. Zipka thought about pulling up from 17. Krzyzewski back up top. Not much going on there as that shot was off to the right. And with 35 ticks left, we'll see if Carsonville-Port Sanliac goes for the last shot. Krzyzewski going for the steal. They're not going to wait. They're going to burp that thing up. And then on the backside rebound, Short's going to come down the floor on a controlled break. And he puts one up off the glass. Just can't get it to drop. Another good look, though, and he'll earn 2 at the stripe.
Well, Short had somebody right behind him. I think that was number 14, Contes, was right behind him on that sideline fast break. You know, sideline fast breaks are a good break, Jeff. First big man down comes to the block. Second big man down comes to the backside elbow. And you got a lot of choices there. And if you can't get it, then the second guard is at the free throw line extended. Then swing it around, start running your offense.
Oh, Coach, that's music to my ears. Got the old Mr. Whoopi three-dimensional blackboard out. 0 for 2 at the free throw line. 10 ticks left in our first quarter of play. Carsonville-Port Sanliac will at least have an opportunity to get the last shot off. Are they aware of the time left? And with 1.4 ticks left, they throw that ball away. And we have Jeff Saluka right in front of us. We'll inbound the ball with 1.4 ticks left. Contest gets ready to tip that thing off. It's blocked at the end of our first quarter of play. It's 6-5. Carsonville-Port Sanliac over the All Saints Cougars. Back in a moment here on Bay County TV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. All right, as we see the brain trusts of the All Saints Cougar girls basketball team over there, Michael Debo as his team cruised to a 40-plus point victory in the first of our double dip tonight.
Yeah, Coach was very pleased with the way his kids played tonight, Jeff. He's had a tough little schedule, too, so he's very happy with the outcome tonight. Got a big one again this week. Got to take a little bit of a ride up to to Tawas to take on the Tawas area Braves at the end of the week.
Boy, and they've got a girl named Konashevsky that can light it up. I believe she's going to Northwood too, along with the Walker girl from Western.
Right. McKenna. Yep.
So that'll be a couple of prolific scores. As we're going to have a foul from behind. Looks like Short got a little contact from behind as the big boy Leland Rates was trying to put that rebound up.
That's Short's first personal team foul number 5 for the Bay City All Saints Cougars. Rates will shoot 2. Nice crowd tonight here for the game tonight, Jeff. Carsonville-Port Sanliac came a long ways tonight. 1 hour and 20 minutes to get here, so they got a little bit of travel time left when they're on their way home tonight.
Split of the 2 at the line, and here come the All Saints Cougars into the front court. As they try and move that ball down in the baseline, Krzyzewski puts up an off-balance shot, can't get it to drop. Boy, CPS has not given up second opportunities off that defensive glass. Nugent with a long 3 ball, can't get it to drop. We're going to have over the back by Rates.
Yeah, nice job by number 22 for the Cougars. That is Cameron Adcock with the good box out. You know, I always taught the kids, Jeff, when you're boxing out, get your thumbs up in your ears and get your elbows wide. So if he tries to go around you, don't grab him down low. Get your thumbs up in the ears and use your elbows to block out.
Zipka with a long 2-pointer, and that is just off the back iron again. Cougars, not for lack of great shots, Mike, just can't find the bottom of the hole right now. Nugent with a 3 ball, and that's off the mark. And that's going to be last touched by the All Saints Cougars. Back over to CPS with 6:48 left in our first half of play. They inbound that ball up top. Devin Taylor. That thing ends up in a different area code as he shot a 19.5-footer from about 18 feet. Looked like one of my 3 balls, Mike.
I'll tell you what, when
you were thinking it.
I was. In your day, 15 feet in, you were great. You get out to 15 in the hook, and it's all over.
Couldn't hit the ocean if I was standing in it.
There's a song, because she's a brick.
There's a great move by the All Saints Cougars. Into the front court, Cameron Adcock able to do a little fingertip roll finish. Here comes Zipka. Look at the crossover dribble. He wanted to finish. He sends that thing off to Short, strong to the hole. A lot of basketball down at the other end. And we're going to go the other way with CPS. We're knotted up at 7. Big Devin Taylor gets his shot slapped on the other end. Nugent finally able to slap that ball away from Short.
JP Zipka's brought a little energy to the Cougars, Jeff, number 33, the senior. Going to have a foul on the play. That foul's on number 14, Nick Contest. His first, and team foul number 6 for the Cougars.
He's got those long leggings on. Those are becoming fashionable again, and they really do a nice job of keeping you away from cramping up. They keep everything warmed up.
Well, cramps don't hurt, do they?
No, it's just a cramp.
I saw a lot of that in the football game the other day. Guys were cramping up, and I'll tell you what, we get them at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, you go to roll over, and oh boy. It's going to be a 1-on-1 situation as both teams at 6 team fouls. Now, every free throw ensuing the rest of the first half, it's going to be a 1-on-1 or a double secret probation.
Well, here's a big one. Cameron Adcock just picked up his 3rd personal foul, Jeff, at 6:03 of the second quarter. That's big for the Cougars. Somebody on the bench is going to have to get off the bench and step up and take his place. He's had a good first half.
That first shot is good. Devin Taylor gives a little smile to the student section over here, trying to chide him a little bit. Says he can't ruffle me. And that second one, how about that? About nice 5 rim. Pieces of change.
Nice rim here at Cougar Gym.
Oh, isn't that a thing of beauty, man? When you got the friendly roll. That's only supposed to be for the home team, isn't it?
No. Unfortunately not.
Shot up in the corner again. It's 1 and done as that rebound comes down to Carsonville-Port Sanliac. As they try and roll that around again, Zipka, he's going to finish this time. He's not passing it off. And he comes up a little bit short. As Short gets the rebound of the putback, and he'll go to the line. You can tell the determination of Zipka when he gets that ball and cranks it up. He's going all the way to the hole.
Yeah, he's got a lot of speed getting up and down the floor, Jeff. That falls on number 22. Excuse me, number 31, Landon Emerson. That's his second team foul, number 7 for the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers. First one goes for number 2, Ben Short.
Nice looking stroke at the line for Ben. Second one comes up a little short, uses that expensive piece of glass, and then softly through the cotton.
Love the rims here at Cougar Gym. Always have.
Oh, yes. Not as well as you like the Tawas.
No.
So that's going to be an offensive foul on Carsonville-Port Sanliac. Very nice job that time by Gregorish. That's the toughest thing in basketball, Coach, is to stand there knowing you're going to take that charge and hope that the official buys the fact that you're set and you're not going to get leveled for a block.
And Landon Emerson, Jeff, just picked up his 3rd personal foul, team foul number 8 for the Tigers.
Trying to move it around. Look at the move to the hole by Krzyzewski, and that ball is tipped away at the last second. Like the way he looks going to the hole, though, and student section standing right now kind of cut off a little bit of your view there, Coach.
I'm going to have to look at our monitor that Mr. Page set up for us, so I'll watch the monitor. You watch the game, and we'll have a good time, brother.
All righty, as the inbound pass gets ready to go, Krzyzewski to do the inbound. Zipka with a little 8-footer, puts it up about 9 feet, though, a little strong. Again, I like the look. And
That's
we got a block.
Call.
Yep, just got there a split second too late, was short.
Number 30, Michael Brody will be at the line, shooting 1-1. Calls on number 11, Rakovic, is second.
Rakovic's second personal foul, team foul number 9 for the Cougars.
As the first shot is missed, and again, very valuable misses at the free throw line. When you miss the front end of that 1-and-1, as Contest is going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair as he was bumped as he headed down towards the baseline.
Fouls on number 13, Bradley Nugent. His second team foul number 9 for the Carsonville-Port Sanliac. Contest to shoot 2.
First one is all cotton. Nice stroke for that young man at the free throw line.
I remember Nick last year when he played on the JV team. We liked the way he played back then, Jeff, and he's really brought it up to the varsity and done a nice job.
Split of the 2 at the free throw line. He's 2 for 4 at the line in the first half. Look at Zipka with a near steal down into the corner. As they're going to have a Cougar foul and back to the free throw line for the last of the 1-and-1s before they go double secret.
Calls on number 14, Contest, second.
So Contest picks up number 2. The little guy tried to go airborne as he was trying to slap that stuff into next week. And look at Zip going up.
Hops.
And he does a nice job. And looking on the backside to Short. Short not able to finish, but what a great controlled break down the floor for the Cougars, Mike.
Nice pass by Zippy to get that ball. You know, sometimes those bounce passes are hard, but that was a perfect bounce pass.
As they try and roll the ball down, they get that thing into Devin Taylor at that spot on the floor, and he's going to be next to impossible to defend.
He's a big fella, Jeff.
They tried fronting him, and the ball just got over the outstretched fingertips. Great look at the other end. Number Gregokish. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 4:05 left in the first half. We'll take a break and be back after this on Bay County TV.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance for his new car. In 1947, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson in 1979. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. As we peer into the All Saints Cougar huddle, as they try and make things happen, it's 12-11. They're up by a point right now with the midway point of our first half of play. 4:05 left in that first half, Mike. And again, Cougars have had so many good looks, and eventually they're going to start dropping.
Yeah, I think they've had tremendous looks. They're doing a nice job on the fast break, Jeff. Defensively, I think they're very active in that 2-3 matchup zone. And when you front the big guy, you got to get some backside help.
And that's exactly what they're trying to do against Taylor. Taylor fights for that loose change. He's going to go to the free throw line. I'm going to tell you what, he just takes up a whole lot of space.
That follows on Grakovich. That's his third personal, Jeff, and that is team foul number 10 for the Cougars. Double secret probation for the Cougars with 3:49 to go here in the first half.
Devin Taylor with the first of two. Gets a couple of pieces iron. Can't get it to drop.
Got a good-looking shot for a big fella. Kind of reminds me of big country Garrett Sheridan over out there at Bay City Western.
Yep, they have similar builds. Both move very well.
Both
Taylor
juniors.
gets double iron on both, and I'll tell you, Zipka really goes up like he wants that rebound. Short going to the hole, and he's going to earn two at the line. He just goes to the hole with reckless abandon, and both him and Zipka have a lot on their mind when they're going to the hole, and it's all concentrated on finishing.
That's Taylor's second personal, Jeff. Team foul number 10. Tigers are in double secret probation. Both teams going to shoot two the rest of the half.
And it's pretty uncharacteristic that you've got teams that come out in the 2-3 zone. First of two is good, and that you have this many fouls.
Yeah, you know, Jeff, it's been kind of a crazy first half. Both teams are playing very well, getting good shots, not going down. But Cougars with a 2-point lead, hoping to make it three. Short.
Oh, yeah, he uses that expensive piece of glass.
That's what it's up there for.
Certainly. Hit it right inside the box and canned it through the hole.
Little change in defense right now, Jeff. Looks like a kind of a 1-3-1 matchup zone.
As that ball is slapped away. Nice energy defensively by the Cougars.
C.J. Sanborn coming off the bench.
Devin Taylor, Sanborn says, get that weak stuff out of here ×2. And he'll have a little grin on his face. Oh, he doesn't want to let in with a too big a smile, but deep down inside, there's a pearly grin going there.
The student faithful of the Cougars, they're going crazy with a couple of blocks. C.J. Sanborn doing a nice job on the big fella from Carsonville-Port Sanliac. The Cougars' little energy, him and Zippy.
It's Zach, yeah. C.J. and Zipka. Look at Zipka with that, my favorite rebound in basketball, the one on the backside. He's controlled that backside glass in much of the first half that he's been in the ball game.
It's the initials, CJ and JP.
There's a nice look underneath the Sanborn, and he can't quite finish. But again, another great look. And we're going to have a timeout, Carsonville-Port Sanliac. We're going to take one as well and be back in just a moment here on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
As we come back into the Sultan of SWAT inside the Cougar huddle, C.J. Sanborn says, if you didn't think once I could do it, how about number two?
Well, C.J. got up both times, knocked that into the third row, so to speak. Did a nice job.
He had Spalding all over his palm.
High energy kid. Love it.
Into the middle. We're going to have a travel, I believe. Again, great veteran crew here tonight on top of things. And in a minute, when we get a second, we're going to talk about that great pot of gold here at All Saints.
Yep, that's been going on a long time, Jeff. Whoops.
There's a travel as well. As Krzyzewski went to pass that ball, the defense anticipated, went up with the hands, and caused the shuffle of the toots.
One thing you got to remember, Jeff, 10 seconds to get over the line is an eternity in the game of basketball. Just got to take your time, get it in the middle of the floor, look opposite, and get it across.
Well, what you got to do is you got to pass that thing instead of dribbling it.
Yep, yeah.
Because, you can go faster with a pass than you can with the dribble. I learned that from somebody sitting right next to me.
You got the bell tone turned up and finally listen.
Huh? Yes, indeed. It's Carsonville-Port Sanliac down 3.
Good shot.
Nugent with a little pump fake, uses the glass, can't get it to drop. And look for the short, is going to have Nugent foul him. Nugent's going to walk to the other end of the floor and go, man, oh man, there's a bunch of gnats flying around here. And that's 2 on Nugent. Or Taylor, excuse me.
Yeah, that's that's number 33, Jeff. That's Taylor. He gets his third personal.
So he's probably going to get a little pine time. Where the first free throw is missed by Short.
Taylor's going to come out. He's going to be replaced by number 21, Seth Hurley, 6'1" senior for the Tigers. He's going to sit the rest of this half, Jeff. They can't afford to have him come in the game. Again, 1-3-1 matchup zone for the Cougars. I love the 1-3-1 zone, Jeff, for one reason. Not a lot of teams practice against it. Don't a lot of teams play it.
Fight for the loose ball. Down the floor. Zipka's going to send that thing back wide open. 18-footer. Contas can't get it to drop. And the rebound comes down to CPS's number 11, Cooney. 3 and 11 are both Coonies. No chance that they're related, I'm certain. We're going to have a travel. It's a little shuffle of the feet by Landon Rates. Knew what he wanted to do. He just forgot to put the orange on the floor before he shuffled the feet.
And one thing with you got that 1-3-1, what you need to do is you got to have 2 offensive players splitting the difference between that one defensive player up top.
Trying to go strong to the hole, fight for the loose ball. And it comes down again. Cougars getting no second chance opportunities offensively.
Got a $120 and counting to go, Jeff, in the first half.
Little skip pass as they come down. Nice look to the hole, comes up with a little short arm. That was C.J. Sanborn with a big rebound. Krzyzewski strong to the hole. He gets his own miss. And he's going to try and go baseline as they go underneath the Sanborn. Puts it off the glass for the deuce. A nice little run here for the Cougars. Up 17-11 in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, they played very well in the last couple minutes, Jeff. And another turnover by Carsonville-Port Sanliac with 50.7 seconds to go in the first half.
CPS trying to rush down the floor. Have no reason to do that. There's plenty of time left on the clock. Another unforced turnover gives the Cougars a chance to expand on their 6-point lead. And they give one back. And then at the other end, another missed shot. Ooh, look at Contest as he gets that ball over to Zipka. Zipka with a bounce pass. Short wide open from 15. Can't get it. The ball goes over Sanborn as he sailed for that rebound. Long rebound comes back out to CPS Nugent deep in the left-hand wing. Cooney to Cooney. And a nice backside rebound by Rates. He can't get the shot to drop. Krzyzewski has his pocket picked. Sanborn didn't get a chance to go up for that. And look at the backside rebound with 8.7 seconds left by Contas.
That was kind of wild and woolly right there for 15 seconds. Carsonville-Port Sanliac got a lot of good looks at it, Jeff. Just couldn't put it down. Going to the line for the Cougars, number 14, Nick Contas. He's had a great first half for the Cougars.
He's going to put up the first of 2, and he finally gets it to drop. Those friendly home rims.
I'll tell you what, they're beautiful.
Second free throw is also good with 8.7 seconds left. Contas is going to come out of the ball game, and Oliver Dixon, the junior, back into the game for the Cougars.
Yeah, Contas has 2 fouls. Good job right there by Coach Brzezinski.
Nugent trying to get something going down on the floor. Going to fight for the loose ball. And at the end of the half, it's 19-11. The All Saints Cougars by 8 over the CPS. And the Tigers will go to the locker room trying to figure out what happened to a quick start as the Cougars came roaring back. We're going to take a quick break, and then I believe we're going to get a chance to watch the Pom-Pom girls. I don't think we're going to take a break. They're already out on the floor ready to make it happen, so we'll stay right here.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. And the world, I'm turning inside out. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Stop
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Yeah. Ben, please.
Wow, you can talk to your app? That's pretty cool.
Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great. Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Good evening and welcome back to our Plum Harris Insurance halftime show here on Bay County TV. Our pleasure to have the head honcho here, the man that runs this place. He runs from this end of it to that end of it. Athletic Director Greg Wagner, pleasure to have you with us tonight.
It's a pleasure seeing you guys. I appreciate when you guys come out. We love the coverage, and you guys are like the Ernie Harwell and Paul Carey of Bay County, so had to throw that in there.
Well, you know, when we see you, we don't just see it here. You're doing the intermediate events at St. John's. You truly don't let any grass grow under your feet, but I know it's a passion of yours.
It is. I wear many hats. I love wearing many hats, and that's part of my job. When they hired me, this is my 5th year, and I'm also the girls' tennis coach, so which is a passion of mine also.
You know, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask you how many years you're here, Greg. So in those 5 years, you've seen a lot of things happening. You know, one of the big things that happened was you went from 11-man to 8-man football. Man, you had a great year this year in the football field.
That switch was, well, we had no choice, but it was a great experience for our kids. I mean, we made the playoffs. And if we would have stayed with 11-man, there was no one left to play, but we won a playoff game. We had a great run, and football, I can be proud of our football coaches and players. We had a great season. So,
when you talk about the Cougars, you definitely talk about family and tradition, and that's a special thing here at All Saints.
Oh, for sure. I mean, a lot of our students are also, their parents went here and they come back and they're very supportive of everything that All Saints is. They come to everything, so yeah, it's a very close-knit family. We are family.
Yeah, one of the things that we like coming over here, you guys treat us so well, but we get the opportunity to see a lot of familiar faces. And what about Coach Beisel? What can you say about Coach Beisel?
He is a legend. Jeff is a legend. He's done it all, seen it all, and we would be lost without him. He's kind of retired, but he still comes in every day to do stuff. So the guy, he bleeds Cougar blue, that's for sure. So.
Well, we just ran out of time in the halftime show. Greg, it's always a pleasure. Continue to wear those many hats.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's always a pleasure seeing you fellas.
All right, we'll be back with the second half just after this on the Plum Harris Insurance sponsored halftime show here on Bay County TV.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. We've got 25 employees who depended on it, and that's all that mattered to me. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. Incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. And we're back for the second half. Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras tonight. And Nick Page producing and directing our show. The All Saints Cougars get their hands back on the ball to start the second half. Contest right underneath as he cannot get that one to drop. Again, as we've said all night long, Mike, one and done as Carsonville-Port Sanliac has really done a great job on the defensive glass. As they get the first basket of the second half as well. And that's Quentin Hooper, number 25, with the first deuce of the second half. It's 19-13 with 7:24 left in our third quarter of play.
Well, the Cougars went on a nice little 7-0 run to end the first half, Jeff. So that was an impressive run for the Cougars getting out to that big lead.
As it goes on the line, and the ball will go over as Krzyzewski tried to make it happen, but took a minute for Henry Velasquez to really zoom in on that. It happened so close right in front of him. He looked down and said, yep, we had Tootsies on the line, and the ball goes over as Big Devin Taylor's back into the game with 3 fouls. And boy, just like the first half ended, both teams in double probation at the free throw line. They're going to start off in 1 minute into the second half, our first foul.
That foul's on number 2, Jeff Ben Short, his first personal team foul, number 1 for the Cougars. At the line for the Tigers, number 31, Landon Emerson to shoot 2, makes the first one. Little 3-0 run to start the second half, Jeff, by the Tigers of Carsonville-Port Sanliac. Making I thought that was going in.
Again, halfway down for Landon Emerson. He splits the 2 at the free throw line. Let's see if the Cougars can come up with an answer. Zipka trying to make things happen. He throws off an errant pass, and that'll be down to CPS, and that ball down on the ground.
Good hustle.
Finally, Nugent gets his hands on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. As the student section here is really having a good time, and it's a little bit of trouble for Natalie. There you go. As you look down and you see what those students are doing in the midst of all the activity, but it's an important part. Look at Nugent underneath. The big fella, when he gets the ball, just like in the first half, Mike, there's not much you can do to defend him down there.
Yeah, Taylor's got 8 points overall, Jeff, and don't look now, but here come the Tigers down 19-16, 5-0 run right now for the Tigers.
It's time for All Saints to come up. Look at Short with a nice little roll to the hole. He can't get the fingertip roll to drop. One and done as the rebound again comes to CPS.
Again, a great quality shot.
Trying to make things happen as they bring that ball down into the corner. Another basket by Landon Emerson. And Emerson is having a good run here in the second half as they start things out, and it's All Saints timeout. And we'll take a break and be back right after this on Bay County TV.
Where did this rash come from? Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs. Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
All right, as we look at some of the Cougar faithful up in the stands, enjoying the game tonight, as the Cougars are just hanging on to a little 1-point lead, as a little 7-0 run to start the second half by CPS has got them back to within one of the Cougars.
Nice talk by Coach Moran of the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers at halftime. Jeff coming out with some new energy.
Zipka's going to have one here, and he gets his pocket pick. Nugent down the floor, and he just takes his time when he sees there's nothing on the break there. CPS will have an opportunity to take their first lead. Krzyzewski has that ball knocked away. He tried to get that ball up the floor to Zipka, and Zipka didn't make things go.
I'll tell you what, if I'm the Cougars right now, I think what I'm trying to do is I got to get the ball inside and get number 33, his 4th personal foul, and let Zipka take care of it.
Well, 33 on 33,
right.
And you know he's going to take a shuffle step, and he's going to back off. He tries to use that expensive piece of glass. Look, he knew where his rebound was going to go. Beat everybody to the corner to get it.
It's old school, follow your shot.
As they go down to the floor, Nugent, the big fella, is going to go up, lays it up soft off the glass. CPS with a 9-0 run to start the second half. And then All Saints trying to run the controlled break, goes off the hands of Zipka.
Man, Devin Taylor, number 33, is hot here in the second half, Jeff. He got that 3rd personal foul. He got some rest. He's sitting, but man, he is coming out on fire.
Him and Landon Everson are the two that have really sparked this CPS run in the second half. And a little float to the hole by Nugent for the deuce. And Coach Jason Brzezinski says, I need a TO, baby, and to just cool this fire off, as he'll get his troops together and say, guys, play under control. It's 22-19. CPS by 3. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
All right, back on Bay County TV, we were kind of tuned into that Cougar huddle, and Coach Jason got the undivided attention of his troops during that last time. Well, got his money's worth.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Cougars came out in a little bit of a fog, and Jason's going to try to fire them up. That's an 11-0 run.
It's one and done, though, by the Cougars. They just could not get an offensive board to save their life. Emerson in the corner, and he has had a bunch of baskets in the second half, and he gets the hot hand. He's got 6 second-half points.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, the Tigers are just coming out. We're on a 13-0 run to start the second half for the Tigers of CPS.
I just want to know exactly what that coach from CPS had to say. As Short gets a shot to the hole, and guess what number 4 is right there?
Yeah, Devin Taylor picked up his 4th personal foul, Jeff. He's going to get replaced. Coming in for him soon will be number 43, Leland Rates. And again, we've said it many times, to get off that schneid, it's good to get to the free throw line, get that first point of the second half. Nice job by Ben Short. Ben Short has made all his points tonight, Jeff, from the free throw line.
Yep, he's got a nice stroke. When you are Devin Taylor, though, you've got to understand when you've got 3. Don't pick up number 4 on a cheapie.
Yep.
As 2 free throws, the Cougars much needed first 2 points of the second half. Pull them back to within 3. It's 24-21 with 3:40 left in our third quarter. And CPS will go back to the free throw line as Michael Cooney is going to shoot a pair. I think they might have Zipka.
Ball was on number 33, Shipka.
That's JP's first personal, team foul number 2 for the Cougars. In and out for number 3 of the Tigers, that's Michael Cooney. Unofficially 4 points so far in tonight's contest. That was right on with the official scorekeeper, Jeff. I had it exactly right. First time all year.
That is
halftime.
That is not a shock to me, Coach.
It is to me.
They agreed with you is what happened for the first time this year.
Did.
I think that's the way you need to say it.
They did.
Cooley back up top. Cooney sends that ball on the wing. And we're not exactly sure who's got it. The Cougar student faithful are back out. Nugent got a long 3 ball, and that one's into the corner. And it will go out of bounds back over to the All Saints Cougars with 3:15 left in our third quarter of play. 24-21, Cougars down 3 with possession. Pocket pick by Nugent. He's going to go coast to coast, and he gets that roll. Mike, I never like seeing a kid go right down the middle. Take a side and be able to use that glass, because when you go straight to the hole, it really lowers your percentage of that shot going in, unless you're above the rim and fingertip roll it.
Good call.
Zipka got the rebound but had not reestablished position inbounds. So that turnover goes back over to CPS. CPS is just on a mammoth run here, scoring 15 points in the first 5+ minutes of the third quarter.
Incredible run by the Tigers, Jeff.
As Nugent gets that ball on the backside. Nice little turnaround, and Short sends that down. You know Zipka's going to finish. As he comes down, it was all everywhere but down. But hustling down the floor, Cameron Adcock didn't want to just be a spectator and got himself a couple at the line.
Nice job by the All Saints in their transition offense, Jeff. That fouls on number 3, Michael Cooney, his first. Team foul number 3 for the Tigers. Excuse me, team foul number 2 for the Tigers.
As Adcock gets another attempt. A little better bend to the knees on this shot.
That was nice.
Good finish. Well, you can almost tell by the way they set up at the free throw line. If they're a little too stiff-legged, that really lowers that chance of it going in. Made a nice adjustment. Nugent into the front court, +4 for CPS with 2:15 left in our third quarter of play. Nugent back deep on the left-hand wing in front of the CPS bench. Cooney going strong to the hole, can't get the shot to drop. Rates is there for the rebound. Boy, CPS has just dominated the glass tonight, Mike.
Yeah, Rates has done a nice job coming in and spelling Taylor for the Tigers, Jeff. That's team foul number 3 for the Cougars. And that foul is on number 22, Cameron Adcock, Jeff. That's his 4th personal foul with 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. That's a big foul for the Cougars.
Big fella Rates a little strong on the first presentation.
Got to stay in there. Sometimes when you go back, you shoot it and you start going back, that throws your shot off in there. Stay in there, wait till the ball either hits the rim or goes through the nets and hits the floor. You become a better free throw shooter that way.
Your follow-through's got to be towards the basket,
yes,
not away from it.
That
Much
was
better
better
job that time. As a look at the big fella, Sanborn going up and says, I'm going to pull this one down. And now, as you get down to the end of the quarter, you're seeing teams with just a touch of fatigue, and they're picking up a little uncharacteristic on the fouls.
Yeah, team foul number 25, his 3rd personal for the Tigers. That is Quentin Hooper. Team foul number 3 for the Tigers. You're right, Jeff, 2 minutes exactly. Tigers spent a lot of energy getting themselves back into this basketball game.
We'll find out who's fresher team here in the 4th and what conditioning matters. Zipka gets that ball to short. He's got a great look. Tickles the twine on the trifecta. That could have been the biggest basket of the night for the Cougars.
Man, that was huge, Jeff. Absolutely huge by Short. Good look. Nice set play by the Cougars.
Cooney to Cooney. Cooney back to Cooney. We got the Cooney show. As they go underneath the Rates, the big fella, look at him. He takes a nice, strong move to the hole. He cannot finish, though, and Short gets the rebound for the Cougars. Looking to finish. Short goes to the hole. Look at the body English on that ball. Rolls halfway out of the glass, back down. The Cougars find themselves back on top by a point.
Whoa, I'll tell you what. That little speech that Coach Brzezinski said at that timeout, it was a great timeout. He got his point across, and it really fired up that Cougar squad.
We're going to have a timeout. Carsonville-Port, Sanliac. We'll take a break and be back after this on Bay County TV.
You don't think it'll happen to you, and you surely don't think it'll happen twice. I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. First, it was a fire. My agent was right there and helped me rebuild. Then the tornado hit and destroyed everything again. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Stop by our office at 706 South Euclid or give us a call to see how we can help with your home, life, auto, and business insurance needs. All right, back here on Bay County TV, Mike, talk about this wonderful pot of gold coming up.
Yeah, Jeff, for many, many years, I think it's probably been going on 40 years right now, maybe a little bit longer. The pot of gold for the Bay City All Saints Athletic Department and Booster Club, Saturday, February 17th, right here at the Cougar Gym. They have cash prizes, live and silent auction items. The grand prize is $5,000. Social hour is from 5 p.m. to 6:30. Dinner's at 6:30. Catered by Krejaks. It's a prime rib dinner. $50 includes a dinner and entry into drawings. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact the All Saints Central High School. And, I've been part of those for many years, Jeff. It's a great time.
It is indeed. Shot from CPS in the corner. 3 pieces of iron for Nugent. And the Cougars coming down the floor just had that ball stick to the hip long enough to create a turnover.
Yeah, that was a good call by the referees. A little shuffle of the Tootsies, like you said, Jeff. And the Cougars are up 27-26 after they didn't have a field goal. They survived that 15-0 run by the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers.
Nugent wide open up top with a 3-ball. With the final minute of the third, he's got the trifecta. Yep, we saw the 1 minute from the officials letting us know that we're down inside. Short pulls up. He's starting to feel it too. He says, we're not going to have the lead long. We're back to a tie score with 29 each as the All Saints Cougars seeing if they can get a stop defensively and get one last shot offensively before the end of the quarter. Nugent going strong to the hole. Look at Sanborn going up and rates with the foul.
Sanborn's done a nice job, Jeff, coming off the bench. He had those back-to-back swats here in the first half against Taylor. He's given a lot of energy. He's done a nice job on the board. Good job playing post defense.
25 ticks left. I believe the Cougars might look for the final shot of the quarter so that they're no worse than a tie starting the fourth quarter, unless they can get a nice backdoor cut. They go underneath the Rates, and Rates does a really nice job of verticality and gets that block. Nugent up top, he's long balling it, and he gets it from 22 feet.
Back-to-back threes.
And that's the end of our third quarter of play. 32 CPS, 29 All Saints Cougars. Back in a moment for the Final 8 after this on Bay County TV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. All right, there's the scoreboard. Natalie will have her look in on some of the All Saints Cougar student body as Mr. Earhart and company over there getting ready for the fourth quarter. Fellas, are you ready for the fourth quarter?
They don't know they're on.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're too
there
busy.
You go. There's the big
there
fella. That's showing us
is.
a little bit of the pipage we saw from the football season.
There we go.
Some of the Cougar faithful, they're just trying to rev it up for the fourth quarter. Better late than never for that group of faithful fans here. We got to love that. The All Saints Cougar student body having a little fun at the game.
That's what it's all about, man.
CPS with the first possession of the second half. Nugent gets that ball back to number 31, Emerson. He had a big start to that third quarter as he and also Taylor were the big spark plug that got the first 10 points of the second half for CPS. Another foul by the Cougars.
Fouls on J.P. Zipka, Jeff, his second personal team foul, number 4 for the Cougars. Just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Cooney trying to dribble penetrate. He gets that ball into Rates. Rates had a beautiful look. And we are going to have a foul on the floor. And that's a tough one because the Cougars were in pretty good position defensively. But what you look and see happen is CPS goes up and they come down on a body of a Cougar. And the officials had to make a call there. And unfortunately, it goes against them. Nugent into the corner with a long three-ball touch out of his range as it came up short.
Grekovich picked up his fourth personal, Jeff, for the Cougars. That's team foul number 5. In that third quarter, Carsonville-Port Sanliac outscored the Cougars 21-10. There's the difference in the ball game.
That's exactly right. The Cougars down 3 within striking distance. Look at Zipka going strong to the hole. Sanborn with a big time rebound. And we're going to have a foul, CPS foul, and that's going to be on Alan Cooney.
That's his second personal, Jeff. Team foul number 5 for the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers. Way over there on Lake Huron are the Tigers.
Zipka gets that thing to Sanborn. He's in rhythm. Can't get the shot to drop. Look at the job by Emerson, boy, as he cleans the glass. He's just going to walk that thing over the tie line and send it back to Cooney.
Tigers been doing it without number 33, Devin Taylor, their big fella. He's got 4 personal fouls, so nice job by the Tigers.
Well, it's nice when you can go to Leland Rates at about 6'4" and 240, replacing him. You got another big body on the floor, but the Cougars with a nice steal defensively. Sanborn says, I'm going to dribble that ball up. Don't see anything there. I'm going to get it back to the floor. General Contest. Contest gets that ball over to Short, deep on the left-hand wing. Short goes down to Zipka. Wide open for a 3 ball. Boy, that's halfway down. He can't get it to drop. Look at Sanborn fight for the ball on the corner. Just runs out of real estate.
Yeah, Zipka's got a good-looking shot, Jeff. He can shoot that, and that's not a bad shot for JP to take right there. That'll bring the defense out. Then you got an opportunity to go inside to Sanborn.
Here comes Big Devin Taylor back into the ball game for the stretch drive.
Not a bad call right there by Coach Moran. He's still got to be aware he's got 4 personal fouls, but he's got to play like he has none.
Leland Rates with some good minutes while he was on the bench for CPS.
He was impressive.
As it looks like they're going to take their time now against this Cougar defense. Cooney to Cooney. They send that back over to Nugent. Emerson back to Nugent. As they go right underneath to the big fella Taylor. And look at the contest. Get that ball. Zipka sends it back short. It's going to pull back. Thought about the 19-footer. Decided against it. Contest says, let's reset the offense. Short from 22 feet. Thinks about the long ball. Lets it fly. Boy, I'll tell you what. The big fella eats up space. Gets the Windex out. Cleans the glass.
He is a big fella, Jeff. He is huge. Strong.
The little high-low defense, though. And we're going to have Nugent with a reach-in foul. And that's going to be team foul number 6. Next one is going to send the Cougars back to the free throw line.
Bradley Nugent just picked up his 3rd personal foul into the game for the Tigers. Number 23, that's Tyler Mitchell. He takes the place of Alan Cooney. He's going to have a seat. Tyler's first time into the ball game tonight.
Kicked ball will send the ball back over to the Cougars with 5:18 left in our third. Just a nice slow jog into the front court for C.J. Zipka. And there's Nugent. Nope, that's Cooney with the quick hands. Knocked that ball away. And CPS with a 3-point lead. Back into the front court. Nugent burps up another 21-footer. Can't get it to drop. Rebound comes down to Cameron Adcock, who's playing with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he's had a nice game tonight, Jeff. Played very well.
Boy, Short's looking to shoot. You can tell he had it in his eyes. Puts the shot up, and boy, loose ball comes down to the strongest kid on the floor.
When he gets his hands on it, there's no way he's gonna get rid of it.
He just has a nose for the basketball too. As Short has that ball tipped back away by Cooney. And Zipka trying to get on Cooney. Cooney just said there's not much there. I'm going to send it back up top to Nugent, and they'll reset the offense. Trying to roll that ball around. Again, CPS looking like they're taking a little air out of the ball, up 3 with 4 and 10 left, Mike.
Looks like Cougars are back into that 2-3 matchup zone, Jeff. Got away from the 1-3-1.
Boy, Taylor with another backside rebound. Goes back strong. The only way to stop that big fella when he's down that low is to hack him.
That foul's on Grekovich. That's his 4th personal. No, I'm sorry. That's Grekovich's 5th personal foul, Jeff. He's going to have to come out of the game. He's going to be replaced by number 23, CJ Sanborn. And Ryan's done a nice job tonight. Does a lot of little detailed things, Jeff. Good hustle, good defense. Likes to mix it up on the rebounds. He had a nice game tonight. He walks out of here with a couple points also.
And the big fella comes up way short on the opening of 2 with 4:01 left of the ball game. 32-29. CPS up by 3 pending the second free throw. Much better adjustment for the big fella. 4-point Carsonville-Port Sanliac lead as we're at the halfway point of our 4th quarter of play.
That's first basket here of the 4th quarter.
Yep, both these teams look at Zipka strong to the hole. Knowing that Taylor had 4, Taylor had to back off, couldn't contest that shot.
Take it right at him, Jeff. And did you notice, JP, what did he do with his eyes? What did he do with his chin?
Up.
Chin on the rim, all the way, watch it all the way through. Nice drive. That's a tough move.
And he got it finished, and that's the important thing. 2-point game right now. CPS got a little sloppy with the ball, lucky to get it back. Short-armed the ball. Look at Sanborn coming down the floor. And he says we're going to maybe start the offense over again. Trying to send it back. Adcock puts the shot up. can't get it to drop as Cooney knocked the ball out of bounds as Adcock was trying to get it. Well, I tell you, there's no shortage of energy being expended on the floor.
This is a pretty physical game, too, tonight, Jeff. The referees are letting these cats play.
Well, you've got a long 3-ball, and Short comes up quite a bit long on that when he really didn't get his feet squared up as he let it fly. That would have put the Cougars back up on top by 1, but they're down a deuce with 3 minutes left in the game. Here comes Zipka. You know he's going to finish. Strong to the hole, uses the rim as a defender. Don't look now, but we're all tied up at 33.
That is absolutely incredible. Cougars, little tenacity on defense, and Zipka taking it to the rack.
Emerson nearly has that ball taken away. Short got a little zealous on the defensive end. And that foul will be sending CPS to the free throw line. And that is going to be Landon Emerson to shoot the 1-and-1.
Wholesale changes for the Tigers of Carsonville-Port. Sanliac 43, Rates 13, Nugent, and also into the game number 11, Alan Cooney. 2:34, Jeff. We got us a Dilly 33-33 to here to go in the fourth quarter. It's a good-looking shot right there by the left-hander.
Southpaw stroke for the first of 2. Rattles it home. He'll get the second. Three dribbles, spins the ball, bends the knees, flicks the wrist, all Cotton on the delivery. It's back to a 2-point lead for Carsonville-Port Sanliac. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Contest into the front court. Gets the ball to Sanborn. Sanborn wants to take it strong to the hole, dribbled it off his foot after it was tipped away by the defense. And another unforced turnover by the All Saints Cougars.
Yeah, Sanborn had a place to go, Jeff. He just lost control of the ball.
Yep. Rates back into the ball game. So they're going double big there for CPS down the stretch.
I like this little high-low game right here. A little 2-1-2 offense, Jeff. Kind of spread them out. Get the ball in the middle of the floor, look opposite, look low.
Boy, and they're really taking their time offensively, waiting for just the right opportunity. Underneath the Rates not able to finish, but he gets his own rebound. And here we go with the young man contest, the sophomore. When you're a big and you don't bite the basketball, it's going to get taken.
Absolutely, and us little guys like it when those big fellas put the ball on the deck like that, because we're coming after it. In for the Cougars, number 4, that's Alex Shizevsky, excuse me. He's going to take Sanborn's place. We got a great ball game. Buck 49 to go, Jeff. 35-33, Tigers up 2 over the Cougars.
Shashevsky's one of those guys that can shoot the basketball, so probably a great time to put him into the game. Short looking to take his defender to the hole.
Good call.
And we're going to have 2-shot foul. And Short's going to go to the free throw line, and that's where you like to score your points when you're down. When you've got points at the free throw line without time coming off the clock.
Short's got a nice first quick step, Jeff. He really had some authority going to the rack. Nice.
First one is a very nice shot. All Cotton on the delivery. Some more changes. Shashevsky back out of the ball game.
Unofficially, I've got Short with 15 points, Jeff. Young man's had a fantastic ball game tonight.
For the tie. And it's a nothing but nylon. Tied up at 35 with a bucket and a half left in regulation. At this time, you got to be thinking, are we going to see extra? Emerson has that ball taken away by Short. And then we're going to have a foul by Emerson. Little frustration as he lost the ball and then had the frustration foul. And the Cougars said there's nobody I'd rather have at the line right now than Mr. Short, who just hit all nylon on 2 in a row.
Looked pretty good the previous 2, Jeff. Buck 21 to go, 35-35. We got us a tie ball game. Just think about that third quarter, what happened to the Cougars being outscored 21-10 and coming back and making this a ball game. Nice job.
Don't quit.
Nice job. Yeah, absolutely right.
First one is good. Ice water in his veins with a buck 21. The sound of silence. We got a timeout on the floor. CPS will take a break and be back after this on Bay County TV.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Ben, please?
Wow, you can talk to your app? That's pretty cool.
Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Back here on Bay County TV as Go Blue, Go White comes on. Let's hear from one of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, one of our the official apparel of the Bay County TV program is shirts, mugs, and more. 2728 Center Avenue, your hometown custom screen printer and embroidery, custom gifts for any occasions, low minimum orders. They got shirts, hats, mugs are available, quick turnaround time, artists on staff, and a great friendly service. All you got to do is give them a call, 893-5441. And, Jeff and the gang out there do a great job, Jeff.
I love the saying at the end.
We specialize in your imagination.
So if you can think of it, they can draw it up and produce it for you. Second free throw right now by Short for the 2-point lead. And the young man just has great confidence and a nice stroke at the line. Cougars back up on top by a deuce with a $1:10 left in our ball game. Cooney loses control of the ball. He's down on the floor. And look who gets the ball. The Cougars get the ball. And Cooney's grabbing at that left ankle. He twisted that thing when he went down on the floor.
I think the foul is going to be on number 33, Taylor, for the Tigers, Jeff. That's his 5th personal. He's going to have to go to the bench, and the Cougars are going to shoot 1-1. That's team foul number 9 for the Tigers. And at the line, did we get a technical?
Nope. 5th foul. They just were waiting to bring in Emerson.
Cameron Adcock at the free throw line unofficially. He's got 3 points.
And I'm going to tell you what, these are 2 huge free throws. Make them both, and you're up 2 possessions here with a $1:08 left in the ball game. Just rolls off. Adcock with a little bit of frustration. He just runs over Emerson, who was standing there thinking he was going to get the rebound. Now Emerson's got to clear the webs and go to the other end because he'll be shooting a free throw.
I think that might be Cameron Adcock's 5th personal, but we'll have to check the official score.
I believe it's supposed to be, yep.
Yep. Boy, I've been pretty good tonight keeping score and watching all this stuff.
Not just tonight, Coach. Woo! You're good every night. That's just the way you operate.
You're just too nice.
Emerson at the free throw line. It's the 1-1. Southpaw stroke. First one is up and good.
That's the guy the Tigers want on the line, Jeff.
He does have a nice stroke for a southpaw. Down a point. 1 free throw left. $1:07 on the clock. He lets this one go, and it's all cotton. We're going to have timeout CPS with a $1:07 left in the ball game. We'll take a break and be back right after this on Bay County TV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Back here on Bay County TV, 1:07 left in the ball game, all knotted up at 37.
Great game.
Not for the weak or faint of heart here.
Great game,
Hold on
Jeff.
to your seat cushions.
Big thank you right now before we forget to the All Saints Booster Club for their support this year. Couldn't do without them, and to all our Booster Club. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
As the Cougars, with a minute left in the ball game, into the front court. Zipka back into the game. The officials telling each other we got 1 minute left, as they will make that happen. And I think the Cougars are going to be content just to wait and see if they can get one last shot at the basket. Coach Jason says, just relax, gentlemen. 40 ticks left. I like to see them take a few steps in every now and then just to see if they can get a backdoor cut to the basket. But the Cougars want to ensure nothing worse than going to the extra session. Look at Zipka out there.
Hand on the rock.
He says, I got that Duncan yo-yo on the
spread it out. They're going to spread it out for him right here, Jeff.
I think they're going to let him take it strong to the hole.
Yep.
And with 13 seconds left, he says, clear it out. I want to take Emerson to the hole. And they're gonna call him for a travel, as he was just a touch out of control trying to take it to the hole.
Yeah, I was blocked, so I didn't see what happened.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Here we are back on Bay County TV for the final 4 ticks of the ball game. And Zipka got a little tangled up with his own feet as he tried to explode to the hole. From this angle, it looked anyway.
Jeff, I can't even say anything happened because I did not see it. I was blocked by a couple players, so I can't even speak intelligently about what happened. So, but we got 4.0, actually 4 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get one off, but we have a great basketball game, and the Cougars did a fantastic job getting themselves back into this basketball game.
Now they're trying to determine whether it was on the sideline or whether it was inside that triangle.
I thought it was about free throw line extended, but they're going to just put a little lower than that.
Free throw extension just depends where in that triangle it comes, whether it's baseline or on the side. So there's Nugent with 4 seconds left. He's going to get over midcourt. He's going to send up a long 3 ball. It's too strong. When 32 minutes just isn't enough, then we're going to overtime here in All Saints.
Nice job by the Cougars, Jeff, with that getting themselves back in this quarter. Wow, what a basketball game by both squads.
This has been a fun ball game, and 32 minutes just could not determine the outcome of this game. And now you see it's time for another little segment of basketball. And now when you look back at the first 4 quarters, Mike, when you've got Taylor fouled out of the ball game.
Yeah, that's huge.
And then you've got Adcock out of the ball game. That kind of changes what your rotation is. And, you know, they got to find a bunch of, well, we're getting a little love from our public address announcer right now for our Bay County TV.
Tim does a nice job. There he is right there. And the Brain Trust, the head girls coach here at Bay City All Saints, Coach Mike Debo. Go back a long ways, Coach and I. He was my very first assistant when I was on my very first varsity job here when I was at All Saints, Jeff. That's a long time ago.
That's a couple of years ago.
Ooh, I'm going to tell you, 1986, 85, 86.
As we start the extra period with the jump ball, Sanborn is going to go up against Rates.
He's got some hops.
Zipka gets that ball to Short. Strong to the hole. Short with a little spinning move. And a little kiss off the glass for the News.
Unofficially, Ben's got 20 points tonight, Jeff.
He's got himself quite a ball game. Trying to go underneath the Rates and look at the hands defensively by Short. We are going to have... What do we got, a jump ball or a foul?
I think they called the foul on number 14, Nick Contes. His third. Team foul number 9 for the Cougars.
Number 43, Leland Rates.
As he's off the mark. Rebound comes down to the All Saints Cougars.
Got to remember that, young man. If you need to foul, that's the one you got to foul. Number 43.
Rates as contest goes down the lane. The big fella uses that expensive piece of glass and gets the deuce to drop. Fighting for the loose change. Look at Zipka. He beats everybody to that open spot on the floor, showing that speed. Short goes underneath the contest. Contest can't quite get it. There is the shot. Oh! He called glass. He called glass.
He called
Alex
it.
Krzyzewski with a little smooch off the high glass. It's a 44-37.
I heard him call
Cougar
it,
lead
Jeff.
by 7. Conley gets the shot up, and he's fouled on the play by Krzyzewski.
Wow.
That was off the high glass.
Woo, talk about Vinny with a high glass.
That looked like David Meyer from back in the day at UCLA.
Wow. That thing almost hit the rafters when it came down. Impressive.
First free throw coaxed in by Michael Cooney.
That's a big hoop right there.
That's the first point of the extra session for CPS. Oh, and it's a three-point opportunity, 2 in a row for Cooney.
Yeah, he got fouled when he was shooting the 3.
One more opportunity. Boy, very calmly strokes in 3 in a row. That's 3 big points for CPS.
That is big.
Into the front court. Zipka gets that ball to Short.
Nope. No hurry, Jeff. You got the lead. Just take care of the basketball.
Beautiful shot
Good
by
look.
Sanborn. Halfway down, couldn't get it to drop.
That's a good look. That's a good shot. 15 feet at the elbow.
Emerson going strong to the hole, and he's going to kiss it off the glass and earn 2 from the stripe. And he's one of their better free throw shooters. But, boy, you got to love Cooney in his soft touch, hitting 3 in a row to really take the momentum back away from the Cougars.
Krzyzewski with his second personal team foul, number 10 for the Cougars. Double secret probation.
Krzyzewski they might have with 3.
They do have with 3.
Emerson the first of 2, rattling at home. CPS's free throws aren't looking pretty, but they're going through the net.
It's big time to make them right now. Very clutch. Both teams are clutch tonight from the free throw line, Jeff.
5 in a row for CPS in the extra session. All their points coming at the free throw line. It's a 2-point game with 2:22 left in the extra session here of overtime. Zipka with a great look underneath the Sanborn. Pulled 3 defenders over to him. Sanborn just got an easy, soft, left-handed kiss off the glass.
Good look by Zipka right there, Jeff.
Nugent trying to dribble, penetrate, going strong to the hole, can't get it. Sanborn keeps it alive, and it looks like Contest with an opportunity to get it in the corner, and I think that it's going to go over to All Saints. We're going to call a timeout, and we're going to keep it right here during this timeout as we look things over. 46-42 with $1:59 left in the game. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras. Nick Page producing and directing. And this has just been a fun one tonight.
Well, it's been a great game, Jeff. The big comeback by the Cougars when they, in that third quarter, just were outscored 21-10 by Carsonville. But Coach Jason Brzezinski writes down and say, look, we're not going to stall it, but we're going to work around. We're going to get a good shot. Take care of the basketball. If you get fouled, get to the free throw line, make your free throws. And if you're going down low and you get the ball, if you're going to be man enough to get it down there, be man enough to put it in the well.
You got to get that thing down there and go up strong and finish or get fouled.
And expect to be fouled. Don't go up soft. Expect to be fouled because, Leland Rates, he's a big fella and he's only got 2 fouls. It's not going to be intentional. It's got to be a nice, hard, clean foul.
Boy, already we're fast approaching 9:30 here.
Oh, boy.
That's almost the bewitching hour for you and I.
It's a half hour past my
risers.
bedtime.
But it's well worth it. This has been a great game, and the Cougars get that ball in. As Contest right now gets that ball to Zipka. Slow down, big fella. Yep, that's exactly what you want to do. And he really wants to shoot that ball, but the best thing they can do is take some air out of it right now. Short back up top. Looking at the clock. Still got $1:40 left. He's going strong to the hole against Rates. Can't get the shot to drop. And I'll tell you what, CPS just owned the glass tonight.
They have done a nice job, Jeff. They got some big fellas that can sweep it.
Emerson in the corner, can't get the shot to drop. Look at Sanborn, had that thing drop right into his lap.
Coach Brzezinski said, calm down. We got plenty of time. Take some time off the clock. Let's get a good shot.
I look for him to take 30 to 40 seconds off the clock here. But they got the easy shot. Dribble penetration. Dish to Sanborn for his second easy deuce on the left side in overtime.
Penetration, great penetration by Short, dishing it off, Jeff. Nice job by the Cougars.
See if CPS wants to try and force the action here. Going strong to the hole. It's number 3, Michael Cooney getting the kiss to go. And he's going to go to the free throw line to try and finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That basket counted. That foul's on number 23, if I'm not mistaken, Sanborn. No, excuse me, number 14, Contis. That's his 4th personal.
Boy, Sanborn's done a nice job on the glass down the stretch and into overtime.
Don't forget, he's coming off the bench doing some really nice things tonight for the Cougars.
You got +4, you know, and the Cougars have got to know that situation. Emerson down the floor.
Walked.
We're going to have a travel before, and that is exactly the right call. Prior to the contact, it was a shuffle of the footsies. Now, if Emerson's coming down the floor, he's got to realize he's got a 2-on-1, had an easy dish for an open basket.
Yep, he didn't see him.
Contest does a nice job of getting back, though, to make certain that he interrupted the flow. Nice little spin move.
Somebody's going to be open. They're going to try to double team you.
Yep. And now they're going to foul Contest.
That's New England Rate's 3rd personal, team foul number 10. Going to the line for the Cougars, number 14, Nick Contest, the sophomore, going to shoot 2.
Yep.
We're in double secret probation.
I think we're in triple secret right now. Contest with that first of them. That goes, and that's a big one. Second one will put them up 2 full possessions as he lets it fly just a little bit short. Emerson down the floor into the front court with 20 seconds left.
He's got to play good, solid D.
They got to burp one up here as Nugent puts it up. Tickles the twine. CPS with a timeout with 15 seconds left. Down a deuce. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment on Bay County TV.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Back here on Bay County TV, the scoreboard says it all. Cougars in possession, up a deuce. 15.7 ticks left on the clock. This is going to be a big ending to overtime.
Overtime, out of bounds play being set up right now by Coach Brzezinski. Jeff, what he's telling his kids, when you get it in, hang on to it because they're going to come after you a little bit. So you got to hang on to the basketball. You know, not every foul gets called. Sometimes the referee misses it. So be tough with the basketball and set good, solid, clean screens if you're going to do that.
Plus, you can double pass out of bounds here out of this, too, as they get that ball into Zipka. And they're going to foul right away. This contest is going to come back down to the free throw line. I like that double pass out of bounds, though, because the defense sets up to one side, and you can really screw things up. Then you can get somebody sailing down the floor.
Yep.
Plus, after a made basket, you get to run that baseline.
You get to run, and sometimes you get to run. You can set that screen and get a little foul there also.
First free throw is up. That is
Ice.
Triple G big. I believe if he makes this next one, I don't think CPS can score 4 points in 13.5. As that shot is missed, 1 3-pointer will send us to double overtime. Cooney sends that ball into the corner. The shot is up and it is short. Trying to make it come. It's out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the All Saints Cougars with 2.9 ticks left. Now, I'm going to call timeout if I'm Coach Jason Brzezinski.
He did.
The first thing I'm going to do is tell my person inbounding the ball, I want the ball, no matter if they get it or not, to come all the way down here, free throw extension, so that even if they get it, they don't have time to come down and set up a shot in 3 seconds.
Don't go towards the CPS basket, Jeff. You're exactly right. And again, I know I said it earlier, but take care of the basketball. Be solid with your screens if you're going to set a screen, and take care of the rock and hang on to that thing. Be tough.
It is with 2.9 ticks left. It's just imperative that you do not get a 5-second call here. You've got to get that ball in bounds. You do not want to give them a possession near their own basket with 2.9.
Well, and if Coach Moran's going to foul somebody, Jeff, he's got to do it before they get it in bounds. So we'll see what his plan is. But they're up 3 with 2.9 ticks to go. Is it impossible? Yeah, but crazier things have happened in the game of basketball.
It's improbable, not impossible.
Oh, you know what? I
play on wordies.
Ooh. Good call.
That's exactly what they wanted. They said, when we get to 4, if we don't have anything, we're going to call a timeout, take a full timeout. We'll take another break and be back right after this on Bay County TV.
Hi, my name is Tom Izzo, the men's basketball coach at MSU. The threat of school violence is something that affects everyone and needs to be taken seriously. Okay to Say is a confidential way you can report anything that threatens your safety or the safety of others. If you see or hear something that doesn't seem right, submit a tip to OK to Say. You can call, text, email, go online, or use the OK to Say app. You could be the one person who helps to prevent a tragedy.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. As even Scott Baranek is in the house tonight. This has got to be a big game if Scott's in the house. There's exactly what they needed. And now they're going to hang on to the ball. And got away with a little travel there at the end. But that's all there is.
There isn't anymore.
The final score in our ball game, 50-47. The All Saints Cougars in overtime come up with a 3-point victory. We'll be back to put the wraps on this one right after this on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back with the post-game show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. 32 minutes. Could not decide the victor. We had to go to overtime, but the Cougars come up with that first all-important victory of the season.
That was a big win for the Cougars, Jeff. They really needed that, and they really did not play very well there in the third quarter, being outscored by a lot by the Carsonville-Port Sanliac Tigers. But take your hat off to the Cougars. They stuck around, did a nice job, got back into this game, got that big victory.
I'm going to call the key point in the ball game with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Coach Jason Brzezinski calls a timeout, and he had a little session where he got the undivided attention of his team, and they came out with much different intensity level after that point.
Well, what I like to call that is a little spirited conversation with the fellas. He got his point across. They knew what was going on, Jeff, and they knew when they were coming off the floor when he called that timeout. They knew they were going to get his wrath, but that wrath really picked them up, got them back in this ball game, and they did a fantastic job. They didn't waver. They didn't try to go for it all at once. They got themselves back in this a little bit at a time. Defensive intensity picked up. Sanborn and Zipka coming off the bench, I thought, were really big keys for the Cougars tonight.
That's scary, Coach. I was just going to say, with Short's offense starting and with Zipka and Sanborn coming off the bench, that was really the right combination, and Coach Jason found that right combination down the stretch and rode it.
Yeah, and Short did a nice job. He made some free throws down the end. Contest did a nice job with the free throws. Short had 20 points tonight, Jeff, for the Cougars, which was really nice from that point guard. He's kind of like a point guard, two guard. And Zipka did a nice job coming off the bench with some energy. And Sanborn really did some nice energy, and he had those 2 blocks against Taylor, energized the Cougars at that point in the ball game also.
If you remember back just before we started talking to Coach Jason, I said, what's your record? He said 0-5. I said, Coach, it's going to be 1-5 after tonight. he really had to fight a little harder than he thought, but it'll still taste good.
Well, and as a coach, you like a good test, and you like to see what your kids are going to do in that overtime situation. They got this one under their belt. They got their first win. That's going to make you feel good going into your next game. So this is a big win for the Cougars. They needed it. They played a tough schedule. Carsonville-Port, Sanliac came a long ways, and they really showed some nice things. That's a nice basketball team.
Well, and that puts a little gratification on the first 5 games that you played against tough opponents, because now down the stretch they found a way to win.
Yeah, they worked very hard to get themselves back into this game. They didn't give up. They played hard for 32 plus, and they did a nice job. And you know, you feel good about a win. Anytime you get a win, but when you get that first win, that just puts a little pep in your step for the next couple.
Always a pleasure to be by your side, Coach. It's always fun. Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras, Nick Page producing and directing. What a great night, and the first victory of the year for the Cougars, the first of many, we hope.
That's fun, and we'll be back here next week again for the boys against Caseville, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff. So we got a lot of basketball left, and hopefully we'll have another great game like this one when we come back here next week.
Cougars in overtime with their first victory of the year. We'll look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great night, all.
We'll see you next time.